Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Jinjin's Cosmic. If you didn't happen to be here, perhaps it's time to meet your soul. Dear Libra, there is a silence you have learned to live within, a quiet space you've mistaken for peace. It is the silence that follows after you have smoothed over a conflict, the calm that settles once you've balanced the scales for everyone else, leaving your own needs to wait. But have you ever truly listened to what echoes in that quiet? Have you ever dared to notice the profound, aching loneliness that resides there? It is not the absence of people that defines this loneliness. You are so often surrounded. No, this is a far deeper void. It is the haunting realization that in a life spent creating harmony for others, your own soul has remained unheard. You have become a masterful diplomat of the human heart, a graceful mediator in a world of chaos. Yet who, dear Libra, mediates for you? Who steps in to balance the scales when you have given away your own peace, piece by piece, just to keep a fragile quiet? This is the silent struggle you've carried. A beautiful, tragic performance of contentment that has slowly become your cage. You've convinced yourself that this is your purpose, to be the calm in the storm, the steady hand, the pleasing reflection in everyone else's mirror. But the truth, a truth that is now stirring in the deepest part of you, is that you were never meant to be just a reflection. You were meant to be the source of the light itself. And that light within you has begun to pulse with a message, a frequency born not of contentment, but of a deep and holy dissatisfaction. It's a signal that declares you are ready for a connection that does not require you to shrink, to perform, or to betray your own spirit. Before we delve into the heart of this transformation, I want you to anchor this intention. Go to the comments now and affirm this truth by writing, I, Libra, release the performance of belonging to welcome the truth of connection. Do this not as a hopeful wish, but as a declaration of your soul's readiness. Because the tribe your spirit has been crying out for is not just coming, they are actively searching for the real you, the one you've kept hidden behind the mask of perfect balance. Stay with me, because what is unfolding is not just the arrival of new people. It is the end of a lifetime of feeling unseen. This is where you finally understand why the universe demanded you walk this path alone for so long. The echo in the void, your soul's true signal. Libra, you must understand that the signal you are sending out into the universe is not born from your smiles, your grace, or your carefully curated peace. It is born from the moments you chose yourself over the expectations of others, however small those moments may have been. It is forged in the fire of your quiet rebellions. Think of it. Every time you walked away from a conversation that felt like a betrayal of your own inner truth, you sent out a flare. Every time you chose a night of solitude to recharge your spirit over a social gathering that would have drained it, the frequency of your soul became clearer, stronger. Every silent no you uttered in your heart to a demand that compromised your integrity, that was not an act of selfishness. That was an act of sacred transmission. For years, you have been broadcasting a distorted signal, one that says, I am whatever you need me to be. I will bend. I will adapt. My own needs are secondary. And so, the universe, in its infinite and literal wisdom, sent you those who would take you at your word. It sent you the takers, the unbalanced, the souls who sought a mirror for their own desires, never once asking what the mirror itself longed to reflect. You have been a harbor for ships that were never meant to dock, offering sanctuary to those who would only drain your resources and sail away, leaving you emptier than before. But something has shifted. The exhaustion has become too heavy to bear. The performance, once a tool for survival, now feels like a slow death. And in that sacred exhaustion, a new signal is emerging. It is the vibration of your authentic self, the frequency of your own needs, your own desires, your own non-negotiable truths. This signal doesn't travel through words. It travels through the invisible architecture of the spirit. It is a resonance that can only be felt by those who are tuned to the same key of authenticity. Your soul tribe is not listening for your polite agreements. They are listening for the resonant hum of your boundaries. They are not looking for your perfect smile. They are looking for the light in your eyes that appears only when you are speaking your undiluted truth. They are not drawn to the peace you create for others. They are drawn to the peace you are finally, bravely, claiming for yourself. Do you feel it, Libra? That subtle but undeniable shift within. It is the universe responding to your new frequency. The ghosts of the past are fading, and in their place, a new resonance is building. This is the call that your tribe hears. Not a call for help, but a declaration of wholeness. It tells them that you are no longer a project to be fixed or a resource to be used, but a sovereign spirit ready to meet its equals. And they are turning toward that sound, toward that light, with a recognition that feels less like a meeting and more like a homecoming. The test of mirrors, facing the ghosts of imbalance. But Libra, let us speak a truth that is often whispered in hushed tones, a truth that is vital for you to understand. Before the arrival of this profound, soul-affirming connection, the universe will almost certainly present you with a final, formidable test. This is not a punishment. It is a graduation. It is a final examination designed to prove, not to the world, but to yourself, that you have truly embodied the lessons your heart has learned in the crucible of loneliness. This test will arrive cloaked in seductive familiarity. It will likely take the form of a person, perhaps someone from your past who reappears with beautifully crafted apologies, or a new acquaintance who mirrors the exact dynamic you just swore you would leave behind. This person will feel comfortable. They will appeal directly to your old patterns, your masterful ability to heal, to fix, to balance. They will present a chaos that your spirit is exquisitely trained to manage, and a part of you, the part that has long found its worth in being the peacemaker, will feel an instinctual pull to step back into that role. They will say all the right things. They will praise your kindness, your understanding, your seemingly infinite patience, and for a moment, it will feel good. It will feel like validation. But pay attention, Libra. Pay attention to the subtle energy beneath the words. Do you feel a heaviness in your chest after you speak with them? Does your mind begin to spin, trying to figure them out, to manage their emotions, to anticipate their needs? Do you feel that old, familiar sensation of your own energy slowly draining away, as if you are pouring it into a vessel that has no bottom? This is the test. The universe is placing a perfect mirror before you and asking a single, silent question. Will you do it again? Will you once again offer your peace as a sacrifice on the altar of someone else's comfort? Or have you finally learned that your own harmony is non-negotiable? To pass this test requires a courage you may not feel you possess. It is the courage to say no, not with anger or drama, but with a quiet, unshakable resolve. It is the courage to disappoint someone in order to honor yourself. It is the courage to choose the temporary discomfort of setting a boundary over the long-term agony of self-betrayal. It may feel harsh. It may feel unkind. The old voices of guilt will scream in your ears, telling you that you are being selfish, that you are abandoning someone who needs you. But you must remember this, dear Libra. What is truly meant for you will never ask you to diminish yourself. Your soul tribe will not arrive presenting a problem for you to solve. They will arrive presenting a peace for you to share. They will not be drawn to your wounds. They will be drawn to your healing. When you walk away from that test, when you choose your own balance over the seductive lure of a familiar imbalance, you send a shockwave through the energetic realm. You declare with your actions, far louder than any words, "I am no longer available for this." And that declaration is the final, clarifying beacon. It dissolves the fog, it clears the path, and it tells your true tribe that the coast is finally clear. They can now approach, for they know they will be met by an equal, not by a caretaker. The language beyond words. How they will know you. When your soul tribe finds you, Libra, it will not be because you finally perfected your life. They will not be drawn to a flawless facade or a curated image of success. They will find you and they will recognize you through a language that has no words, the language of authentic, lived-in essence. They will see you in the spaces you believe are your flaws. They will recognize the profound strength in your softness, the way you hold space for others not to fix them, but simply to witness them. They will feel the quiet power in your presence, a calm that is not passive, but deeply intentional. It is the calm of one who has seen the storm and is no longer afraid of the rain. They will notice the way your eyes hold a universe of empathy. When you listen, you do not just wait for your turn to speak. You truly hear. You hear the subtle hesitations, the unspoken fears, the fragile hopes tucked between the lines. To them, this will not be a skill to be utilized. It will be a sacred gift they feel compelled to protect. They will see your scars, not as damage, but as the intricate, beautiful map of a soul that has fought for its own light. Each healed wound will be a testament to them, a silent promise that you understand the cost of survival and the grace of resilience. They will not be afraid of your history. They will be in awe of it. And how will you recognize them? The knowing will be instantaneous and utterly peaceful. For the first time, you will feel seen without the exhausting need to perform. The masks you have worn for so long, the diplomat, the agreeable friend, the effortless host, will simply fall away, not because you are trying to be vulnerable, but because their presence makes anything else feel impossible. The most profound sign, Libra, will be the silence. You, who have spent a lifetime filling silence with gentle questions and reassuring words to make others comfortable, will find yourself sitting with them in a quiet that is not empty, but full. It will be a silence pregnant with understanding, acceptance, and peace. In this silence, you will not feel the pressure to mediate, to balance, or to entertain. You will simply feel the profound relief of being, just being. With them, your laughter will not be a polite social grace. It will be an unguarded, bubbling up from the soul eruption of pure joy. And after you part from them, you will not feel that familiar, bone-deep exhaustion. Instead, you will feel more energized, more inspired, more deeply and comfortably yourself than you were before. They will not be a drain on your energy. They will be a source of it. They will not take your peace. They will multiply it. This is how you will know, not through grand declarations or dramatic events, but through the quiet, revolutionary feeling of being able to finally set down the weight of the world and simply be seen, be known, and be home. The arrival as an unburdening, a new center of gravity. For your entire life, Libra, you have been a master of emotional calculus, constantly adjusting your own weight to keep the precarious balance of your relationships intact. You have carried the unspoken anxieties of your friends, the fragile egos of your partners, the heavy expectations of your family. You did it so gracefully that most people, including yourself, never even noticed the crushing burden you were shouldering. The arrival of your soul tribe is not an addition to your life. It is a profound and holy subtraction. It is the unburdening. When they enter your world, it will feel as if a center of gravity you never knew was off-kilter has suddenly snapped into perfect alignment. The constant, low-grade anxiety that has been the background music of your life will begin to fade. The relentless inner monologue of, "Am I doing enough? Are they okay? Is everyone happy?" will quiet to a whisper, and then to a peaceful hum. With them, you will realize that connection is not supposed to be hard work. You have been conditioned to believe that love and belonging are things you must tirelessly engineer, things that require constant maintenance and self-sacrifice. Your tribe will show you, through their very being, that true connection is a place of rest. It is a sanctuary, not a battlefield. It is a space where you are loved not for what you do, but for who you are. They will not ask you to be their rock. They will help you build a foundation together. They will not need you to be their light. They will bring their own lantern and delight in the way your combined glow illuminates the world. They will see your dreams not as whimsical fantasies, but as a blueprint for the future they want to help you build. They will champion your no as fiercely as they celebrate your yes, because they understand that your boundaries are what keep your spirit whole and your light bright. Perhaps the most transformative part of this unburdening will be the rediscovery of your own desires. For so long, your desires have been filtered through the lens of others. What will make everyone happy? What is the most harmonious choice? With your tribe, a new question will begin to surface, one that feels both radical and wonderfully simple. What do I want? You will find yourself speaking your preferences without apology, stating your needs without guilt, and pursuing your passions without seeking permission. This is the freedom your soul has been aching for, not just the freedom to be yourself, but the freedom from the exhausting lifelong labor of being everything to everyone else. The search was never for people to complete you. The search was for those who would finally give you permission to be whole, simply by being whole themselves. And as this weight lifts, Libra, you will feel a lightness you have never known. You will begin to move through the world, not as a diplomat on a tense mission, but as a sovereign spirit, finally home, finally free, and finally deeply at peace. The final revelation. It was always about you. We arrive now at the heart of it all. The final, shimmering truth that dismantles everything you thought you knew about your search for belonging. The journey was never truly about finding them, Libra. It was always about you finding you. Every moment of isolation was a sacred invitation to get comfortable in your own skin, to learn that your own company could be a sanctuary. Every painful connection was a masterclass, teaching you with brutal precision what you would no longer tolerate. Every door that closed in your face was not a rejection, but a divine redirection, steering you away from the rooms where you would have had to shrink, and guiding you back to the expansive cathedral of your own soul. Your tribe could not find you until you found yourself. They could not see you until you were willing to see yourself. They could not love you until you decided that you were worthy of a love that did not require self-abandonment. And now, standing here at this threshold, you understand. You are not the same person who started this journey. The one who would swallow their own truth to keep the peace is gone. The one who believed their worth was measured by their ability to please is a ghost of the past. In their place stands someone new, someone forged in the fires of solitude and self-reflection, Someone who understands that true balance is not external, but internal. The people who are entering your life now are not a reward. They are a reflection. They are the living, breathing embodiment of the love, respect, and authenticity you have finally claimed for yourself. They are the universe mirroring back to you the profound and beautiful work you have done within. So breathe it in. This new reality. This is not a fleeting moment. It is a new state of being. You will look into their eyes and see not an escape, but an equal. You will share your heart and feel not fear, but expansion. You will finally understand that you were never asking for too much. You were simply asking the wrong people. One last time, let this truth anchor itself into the very marrow of your bones. Return to the comments and declare it to the universe. I, Libra, am the home I was always searching for. Say it with the full weight of your journey, with the wisdom of your scars, and the light of your healed heart. If this message has found its home within you, subscribe and join this community. For here, you are already among your tribe, a collective of souls who are walking this same sacred path of remembrance. You are not alone. You were never alone. You were simply on the most important journey of all, the journey back to yourself. And now, all that is left to do is to open your arms and welcome the family your soul has always known was on its way.